Today has been an owie. Ugh. Seriously, what is it with me and my feet right now? Seriously, it seems to be a bit of a trend at the moment. I don't appreciate this. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hopefully we're doing fantastically well today. I am Melanie. I am suffering, but I'm also gonna survive. It's completely fine. I am in constant pain, but it's completely fine. No, in all seriousness, don't worry too much. I'm not seated the way that I normally am. I'll tell you that much right now. I am not seated the way that I normally am. Normally, I am, you know, I have good posture. I'm sitting up. I'm doing stuff. But now, no. I am currently lying right back in my chair. Right back in my chair. And I have my left leg just over here, raised up on a little stool that I have. And it's kind of necessary because if it was sitting on the ground right now, it'd be very sore. It would be very sore, so I've currently got it raised up on a couple of cushions with an ice compress on it. And thank goodness that I am, because wowie, this is sore. I have been hobbling around the flat. When I've had to move, I've been hobbling around. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. But the thing is, it only hurts my body. It only hurts my body. My brain is fine. My brain is completely fine and willing. So yeah, I'm just gonna grin and bear it. We're gonna make some progress on the gacha. It's been a while. Remember when I was working the gacha game like over 2 years ago now? My goodness. Yeah, no, we're gonna make some progress on the game today. Let's see exactly how we do. So, what we're gonna do, we're still in kind of prototyping stage, but I don't think we are going to spend any more time on the maths aspect. I've made some good progress with that. Unfortunately, due to injury, I did not have the strength or attention span to do quite as much prep for implementing the calculations that I wanted to today. So we're just going to leave that be just now. We're not going to worry about the calculations aspect. We are going to look at prototyping other aspects of the game, because that is what I have beans for. So today we are focusing almost entirely on getting some more of the basics of Pygame sorted out. So what am I interested in? I'm interested in making some prototypes. This is what we said we were gonna do yesterday, actually. So frame rate. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to get prototype. Well, first of all, also this is not the first entry. Say this is second entry. Second entry. We'll have a new diary entry, which is fine. How are we feeling? Very sore. My freaking ankle. I rolled my ankle. And it swole up. But still able to type. Still able to think. And it's not so bad if I don't move. If I move, it hurts worse. If I don't move, I'm completely fine. So what's the plan for today? We're continuing work on prototyping. We are going to focus a bit more on the testing of Pygame functionality. So we're going to want to do, let's see, prototype. If I could type, that would be great. Prototype for each of the game's main screens. And these screens are, let's see, visual novel. They are going to be Footbox Gacha. And also shoe sales. That's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. That is the plan for today. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry about the ankle. Hope you're well otherwise. Otherwise, I'm doing fine. I mean, I have a little bit of a cold working on me. I had a film festival and there was someone sitting right behind me who was like constantly sniffing and blowing their nose through the entire freaking movie. And it was a good movie as well, but it was very distracting. And of course, I think I managed to pick something up from somebody. So hopefully that doesn't hit me as well, because that's just what I need. But yes, I'm not doing too bad. Thank you very much, Alan. Hopefully you're doing well yourself. Yes, we have a bit of a foot theme going on at the moment. So I don't know if you happen to drop in on any of the previous streams. Doing well, constantly busy, glad to hear you're mostly well. Thank you very much, Alan. Yes, so I don't know if you dropped in on previous streams. We are making a game that I have tentatively titled Footbox Used Shoes Simulator. It's a game about raiding abandoned lockers for shoes, very storage hunters, but specifically for people's shoes. And then selling those shoes online for a profit. And not wanting to make the cute girl at the gym think you're a total weirdo who happens to think that you're into her feet because you've like taken some of her shoes and stuff as requests for a client. It's one of those kinds of games. I say one of those kinds of games as if it's a defined genre. As if I'm playing into a genre. I'm not really, it's just working out this way. It's just working out this way. So, sounds like a goofy fun time. Yeah, I've had so many raised eyebrows at this concept. I'm so happy about it. So yeah, we're still kind of in the planning phase. We have planned out a rough idea. These are the deadlines for when I want each particular deliverable complete, ideally before these points, but we see what we can do. And prototyping. We are currently prototyping. Tomorrow is my self-imposed deadline for when we are doing our prototyping. So far, we have, let's see, can I just transition over to, where, is it this window? Yes, there we go, wonderful. So yes, currently we have prototype code in place for generating a pair of shoes, which includes how old the shoes are, what condition they're in, how fresh they are, what their brand is, what type of shoe they are, what color they are, and who their owner's name and age is. And this creates a pair of shoes, which is wonderful. I also have a lot of fun, like, this is what I spent like most of yesterday's stream doing, actually. I ended up figuring out how to do some really nice distributions for, like, I was like, okay, what's the average age of a person who goes to the gym? Rough estimate of how old a shoe's likely to be that people wear. I estimated like up to around about 2 years. Like 2-year-old pair of shoes is quite old, especially if you wear them quite a lot. But yes, we also have, yeah, some really, really nice distributions here. Hold on, can I demonstrate one of the distributions? Is distributions test still on? No, we've got value tests currently running. Let's quickly have a little look at distribution checks just so I can demonstrate. Please don't be broken. I don't know if it's broken. No, it's not broken. Wonderful. And there we go. So this is one of the potential distributions. I think this is for the age of the shoes. So yeah, we've got this lovely kind of this lovely kind of distribution here where more shoes are clustered to being relatively young. There are going to be some exceptionally older pairs of shoes, but on average, most people will be coming with relatively young shoes. Like this peak here is at like 9 months. So yeah, this is just what I've ended up doing for fun, basically. I had to put a little bit of maths into a project like this. What can I say? So I am going to want, yeah. So this is the shoe generator, and honestly, it's working pretty much as well as I want it to be. Gotta love some maths. Yeah, I spent over an hour yesterday trying to do a high school level equation. I spent a long time trying to figure out a basic equation, but we got there in the end. It's just been a while since I've had to, do the maths. But I didn't need help. Fortunately, I didn't need any help to do it. It just took a little while. It just took a while. So yeah, what we're going to do today, we're going to start by making a new Python file. This is going to be screens.py, and this is where we're going to be having our screens. So we've got we've got all of the current in place Fitbox stuff over here. That's fine. Let's move the shoe generator over here because I think we're going to be referring to it slightly more. So, start off, f name equals main, then main, lovely, def main. So this is mostly just going to be for testing purposes, but still very useful. We'll just do a little pass for now. And this is going to be... How did I put a header in here? Just shoe generator for Fitbox. Definitions for basic screens in Fitbox. Lovely. Okay. So I don't think we necessarily need to use entity component system for this. Call me lazy. We are going to create a base class. Which is totally fine. So. What do we need here? Also, for those unaware, it is currently Guy Fawkes night, so there are currently several explosions going on outside at the moment. So if you do hear some booms that happen to get past my my sound filter, that's why. There are currently many explosions going off at the moment, which is very fun. They've been happening like ever since it started getting dark, around like 5 or so. Been very fun. Forgot it was the 5th. Yeah. It is the day that, I mean, at this point, I'm not sure whether it's like a celebration or whether there's a degree of irony about it. I don't know sometimes, but still. Right, so we need a screen class. Maybe, should we inherit from a window class? I think it might be worth making a window class as well. Which could be kind of handy, actually. Just take stuff over from here. So that might not be the worst idea. Window equals this. Okay, that's workable. Yeah. I think we are using a Pygame display. Probably both. This is true. We could take this. But then, yeah, then we're working with like global variables, and that's kind of then maybe this would work better with the entity component system. I think it might actually. I mean, we are doing some prototyping at the moment, so it might be worth trying. It might be worth. Yeah, let's try it with the entity component system, just as a little test. So we're importing Esper over here. I think it's in this one that we do the whole, yeah, data classes. Let's give this a shot. Components. So first component we need class dimensions. Oh yeah, and we need to have the component decorator as well. And then it's just width, which is going to be an int, which is going to be equal to some value, which I think ought to be 1280 to begin. Height is also going to be an int with a default value of 720. Well, maybe up this. We'll look into having like multiple window sizes at some point. This is interesting. Okay, so we've got the dimensions, that's fine. What else do we need for this display? Frame rate, I'm kind of alright. Window, I mean, window we definitely want to have. Oh, I'm starting to piece this together. So we want processor. And I'm pretty sure, let me just quickly check one of my old projects. It's been a little bit since I've done some processors. Entities, no components. Oh, those are generators, yeah, that's fine. So processors, oh, processors are classes. Oh, that's fine. And then we've got data class. How do I get around that over here, actually, the import? Right, so you can just do... So now data classes can be named both component and data class. I just like having the difference there. So for this processor, we want data class, just because I like it. And then class, these get called whatever processor. This is going to be display update processor. Oh yeah, we don't... Why are we complaining? Caps words, right, caps words convention, that's fine. Display update processor, yes. And then it's been such a while since I've made one of these. Oh right, so then we need, yeah, then we need the function which is called process. And that's it. Good stuff. And what that can look like is within the process. Yeah, then we just end up using a for loop over Esper get relevant components. I'm just going to copy this in just now because I'm being quite lazy. For int components and export.get components. Ooh, that was well timed actually. Components. Lovely. Let's just comment that out for now with a pass. That's completely fine. Right, okay, so that's us starting. That's kind of fun. That's kind of really fun. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this layout of things, but I'm kind of interested in seeing where it goes. So we've got the dimensions for the window, and then within the window there's going to be screens. So what components are there going to be? This is going to be component. I've not done as much planning for this as I would have liked, but you know, injuries be like that. So I'm thinking, I mean, wait, oh, son of a bitch. I had notes, but they're on a pen and paper, which is in the other room. You know what? I'm going to hobble. I'm going to hobble through to my bedroom to get my notebook that has my notes in it. And you're going to get to hear every grunt and moan that I make when I try to move with my freaking gammy ankle. This is going to be fun. Also, hello Wendy, you've showed up perfectly timed. Right, bear with. Let me just go to BRB. Right, like, listen to this. Okay, I'm starting to move. Right. Ow. Okay. Right, that's me lowering my leg. Now it's sensitive. My good old reliable walking stick. Which I got. Was it last year or the year before? I forget. Last year? When I was last in prison. So I'm now doing like half steps, like a big step, and then like my other foot like back. Like how far can you actually hear what I'm doing, I wonder. Also rising well, centered. Right, I've got the bit. Owie. I can feel the swelling. Ooh, I can feel the swelling happening as I'm walking. This is why you keep your leg raised when you've got a sprain. Ooh, ow. Ooh, there we go. Right. Ooh, that was fun. I mean, I've got it down to a bit of a... I've got it down to a pretty good science at this stage. Like, I know how to avoid taking damage. More damage. I don't know how to avoid taking damage. I just keep taking damage of various different kinds. Right, okay. Okay. So, this is going to be really interesting, actually. How do I do this? Right. I'm going to say we need a component. Yeah, let's have text window main. Text window main. We don't actually need those braces, actually. I'm just remembering how to do class definitions. That's completely fine. Oh yeah, this needs a pass. So text window main. Let's see. I think we just want body. Which is going to be a string. which will just be empty. And, ooh, we'll need a name as well. Right. I think that's a good start anyway. We will want another component. Still relaxing after that. Honestly, I was grumbling quite a bit more than I ought to, but like I can't walk around for very long at the moment. Component. Sprite, I suppose. Maybe like sprites and icons. Oh yeah, this I think works. This work. I'm starting to understand how to make a game engine with an entity component system. This is pretty fun actually. Let's see. So we're gonna do an image source, which is going to be a string. Well, it can't just be an str, which is just gonna initially be empty. With a sprite, we need a position. Which is going to be... You don't want a component to have a thingamajiggy, do you? I think it's tuple int. Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works. Generic should be specified through square brackets. Am I doing this entirely wrong? No, I'm not. Wonderful. Although it's completely about image source for some reason. And then this is going to be 0, 0. And we need to scale as well, I think, which is going to be a float, and we'll just make it 1 initially. Okay, that's not too bad. Component. What's next? So we got, ooh, background image, which is different from a sprite. Oh, we forgot about icons, actually. Which are actually going to be functionally identical. They're functionally identical to sprites, but then they're different. So they still need an image source, they need a position, they need a scale, but they're going to be handled differently. That's the thought anyway. After component icon, we need class. We've got text. Yeah, background. And honestly, I think we can be lazy and just do the exact same thing. I love this. I do love this. I mean, I suppose... Because I could always just make these displayables. Hold on, let's see if I can just improve this a little bit. We're actually doing efficient code here. That's not recommended for a game jam, but here we are. Class. Displayable. Which, that gets all of these. And then class sprite just inherits from displayable. Same does icon, same does background. Look at that lovely efficient code. Although we do need to write a pass in here. Oh, rather, I suppose it would be. I don't know if we need to do an init function here. We might do. Maybe we do actually. I think it's kind of like included. Right, that's fine. So that should be fine. And why are you sad? Oh, it's because I've got this class here. Right, I'm not using use. Well, I'm using you, I'm just not using this line, so that's fine. Let's clear that out. Oh, dokily. So we've got displayables, we've got sprites, we've got icons, we've got backgrounds. That's fine. Cause the way I'm seeing it, the way I'm piecing this together. Dimensions. Let's see. Hello, Nucleus. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Used by window entities to control. Let's see. Window dimensions. Resolution, I suppose. That's fine. Text window main used by various screens to display text information. We'll probably end up expanding text window quite a bit, I think. Base class for various displayable entities, which is totally fine. Could be better. Hopefully prototyping's going well. Prototyping's not going too bad, actually. I feel like I'm making progress. I might not be, but it does feel like I'm making some progress. Hopefully you are doing well, Nucleus. Hopefully things are alright over there. My ankle's also very sore, which I'm not getting over, actually. So components can't see outside the component. Entities can be related to other entities. So we will want to create a window. And we will put a width and height in here as well, just so that we can control that. Let's see, so width by default is 1280, height by default is 720, but that can be overridden. And we'll look into ways to override it later, or to change it. And we'll actually have to look into changing it on the fly, now I think about it, but that should be fine. Don't have to worry about that. So create window. I'm just gonna copy all this. Also, window itself. is an object. One defines an object, or an entity rather, or an entity component system. Esper.createEntity, which then contains all the necessary information. So the component needs to be class okay. So we've got the dimensions. Index, create entity, set shoeage. Some of these can take overrides. Freshness, yeah. So it's in these set functions. That's where the defaults come from. So for this component, this needs to be display. At least I think so anyway. Oh yeah, we also need to import Pygame. And you're still complaining about width and height, that's fine. What the hell happened there? Right. So that's fine. So we've got the window, we've got the caption, we filled the window. That's fine. I'm probably gonna have to update some of the code over here, but that's fine. Ah, my bloody ankle. Seriously, like being uncomfortable. Like my left leg is now falling asleep. It's got pins and needles, which is the worst. I mean, it's helpful because it does mean that I don't feel pain. The annoying thing is that, like, it's also very numb, so I don't know if I'm actually hurting it. It's the worst of both worlds, it really is. Still, it's fine. So, display needs a window, and that's okay. So we're creating the game window here. We've got the dimensions. That's fine. Is this necessary? Possibly not. I might be overthinking things. Could just wrap it up into window. Might do actually. Just wrap it into window or display. Valana, hello Valana. Thank you for 39 months. Thank you so much, Valana. Hopefully you're doing well. I am only slightly in great pain, but it's fine. But yes, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well. Right, so we've got that now. then after we've done all this, we do... Let's see. Esper.create entity. We're creating an entity that has a component of display, to which we are passing window, width, and height. Right? Expected none, got surface type instead. So how do I... Maybe I move that to the end. That's then complaining. Fields with default value must come after fields without default. Right, okay. That's just a minor error. That's not a concern. This is fine. We can work around this. So that lets me put the window into this Esper entity, which is fine. And we can just return whatever that is, and that's fine. That's fine. So that's then that entity. Let's just see how this works over in the main function. Game.display update. And really the trick is then, like, instead of referring to window, then you refer to whatever this is. So instead of all this code, window equals create game window, and then we pass in width and height if we want to make it different. But then do we have to... I wonder. This might be unnecessary and it might just make things more annoying. Let's try running this and see what happens. It's probably gonna crash. Yeah, int object has no attribute fill. That might be unnecessary. So it would be Esper dot component for entity window and then this says rather display window. Or rather this is... No, it's window. Because that's not confusing at all. Give us a bash. I saw something pop up for a second. Component for entity, key error 1, entity 1, component type. Oh, right. Because it's doubled up, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so that's... Display lowercase. Copy, display, then window unsolved reference. Do I just... hold on, is this component type window? Doesn't work. Fantastic. How does this work? Component for entity. Oh good, I love that you can't see the pop-up window, that's very helpful. So we reference the instance, then it's the component type. The component type is display. So that returns unresolved reference display. Oh, that's because we're not importing from screens. Right, so just do import screens then. Screen stock, create this. Screens dot display. Try this. It's not gonna work. Display object has no attribute fill. Send dot window dot fill. Right, this should work now. I think it's working. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait. Hold on. It's now potentially working, which is a good sign. I just need to change this over from figure 4 to Chibi. Hello, Chibi. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. Hopefully we're doing fantastically well today. For those who may be unfamiliar, I'm Melanie. I've decided to make a game in 2 weeks. We are on day 3? We're on day 3. And I've also sprained my ankle very badly, so I'm currently bearing with it. But things are going pretty well so far. Hopefully you're doing well, Chibi. What were you up to? Hello, Chibi. Hopefully you're doing good. Let me give you a little shout out. The Chibi Phoenix. What were you up to? What were you up to? Probably more. Oh, you were doing some Silent Hill. Oh, very good. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. Very, very seasonally appropriate. Even if the season is slightly past. Very, very good. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Silent Hill F as well. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hope it doesn't hurt too much. Oh, it's swollen. It's swollen. Earlier on, it was like I had a golf ball under my skin. It was very fun. But it's fine because now I've got a cool compress on it. I've got it relatively elevated. And I'm distracting myself with programming. And the game is nice, but the fighting sucks. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Silent Hill F, actually. It's actually quite interesting. I like the tension in it. It's just nice seeing how it's all kind of put together. I hope you're enjoying yourself with it. I do. I hope so. But yeah, no, we're making a bit more progress than I had been until now, which is very nice. So yeah, no, this is lovely. This is lovely. As for component for entity window.fill, that's a bit wordy. Yeah, we definitely want to put this whole section here into where is it? Not in this entity, in the processor, display update processor. Initial definition is fine. But yeah, we'll want to do all this display update. I mean, Pygame display update should be fine. Because we have, like, created it, and then... should be fine, right? Pygame.display update. Done. Screens.create game window. Screens.create game window. Yeah, we've got Pygame display sets. We can do Pygame display set. That's all fine. Lovely. Also, Darth Vader, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Why is there a dark box? That is our current working game. That's our current working game. There's a Python game engine. Yeah. We're working in Pygame right now. Having it actually close would be very helpful. Wanna close? I've not created an escape for this program. That's very clever. Well done, Melanie. But yeah, hopefully you're doing good, Darth. Where the flip is it? Is it this one? That one? Yes, it's this one. That's great. Right. Let's end task. It wants to end. It's not responding. This bodes incredibly well. There we go. Now it's gone. Lovely. Right, we gotta find a way to deal with that. But yeah, good to see ya. Let's see, let's get some more tunes on and let me do a little Google. Likewise, good stuff. Yeah, no, I'm surviving. Badly sprained ankle aside, I'm doing very good. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for Pygame close window when clicking X. This is fine. Sprained ankle? Yeah. I rolled it really nastily earlier on today. It was awful. So yeah, no, I'm currently limping quite badly. I'm shuffling around my flat. I think it's like a moderate sprain, so it's not like fully like damaged the ligament. But I think it is torn. I don't think it's fully torn through at the very least, which will take. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to do event handling. I've not done any event handling yet. Hold on. Pygame.quit. Then sys exit. Right, that's fine. So copy. In the main loop, we want to do game logic update. Input handling for event in pygame.event.get. Run equals false. That's after the while loop. So I can then do pygame.quit. And sys exit. For which I need to do import sys, I suppose. Give this a try, see how this does. Right, so now if I press the button, it's not closing. That is wonderful. Right, how do I get this to stop happening? You refresh your room a bit. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Last piece of furniture came in today. Oh, lovely. Hopefully you have a very nice setup on the go. Then there's a valid YouTube link. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to fix that. Bear with me. I need to close a black window first. Please close. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's fix that just now. New YouTube. Boobity boobity boo. Yeah, that's why is that a live YouTube link? What the hell? That is not what I was wanting, like at all. Right, that's fine. Let's. There we go. Now it should be displaying properly. Thanks for noticing that, TV. I was going to catch that. Right, okay, so why is that not working? Doesn't close. Pygame quit might go inside one of the loops. Call Pygame Twit and sys exit. Pygame.display.quit. Okay. That should be it now. Right, so now open the window, clicky button. Still doesn't close. Could someone get rid of the bot, please, if it hasn't been gotten rid of already? Yeah, that's one of the things about dual streaming actually. To be able to have all of the well, not that I've actually got dual streaming set up at the moment. Yeah, the combined chat doesn't actually have a window because it would have to go in both of them at once, which is fun. But still, it's fine. It's nice. I got a big desk. Oh, very nice indeed. Right, why is this not... This is... Okay, this is just annoying, to be fair. It's probably fine. Let's try the import sys option. Import sys. Give this a bash. So now I can click this button and it still doesn't close. Helpful, very helpful. I'm feeling it basic freaking Pygame here. At least it's closing now when I want it to. Right, my goodness. Right, did I not resolve this problem for the... No, not for the gacha game. It's for the last one that I was doing some visuals for, if memory serves. Pygame display quit before Pygame quit. Wait, so wait, do I need a Python Pygame.quit as well? Will this work? No, that doesn't work either. Wow. Why is all this advice so terrible? Quit method in Python, or Pygame rather. There we go, now we're cooking. Let's see. Pygame.quit. Pygame.init, Pygame.quit, sys.exit. That's what I'm doing. For event, if event type is Pygame.quit, Pygame.quit, sys.exit. Right, that ought to be us now. Hey, now it closes properly. Right, now I'm happy with life. Now I'm very happy with life. We can open a window and we can close a window. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Right, okay. Very happy with life now. That is, I mean, yes, it's a very minor annoyance, but still. We've got this sorted. We're still wanting to look at this. So we've got the game windows now running. That's good. The game window works and behaves as it ought to. There are more things that we have to create as well. So, game window. Let's go for the... Oh, we need to do a title screen, don't we? Create title screen, which is fine. Let's see. So, the components that we want for you, dimensions is fine. In fact, we can actually comment that out now, because we're not using that. Text window, displayable, sprite, icon, background, buttons and stuff we can use as well. I do need to figure out how to use Pygame UI as well. Let's see, Pygame UI, because I do have that here. we do need to figure out how to actually get started with it, like how to set up buttons and jazz. That will be important. So yeah, probably the title screen will be very worth doing. So we've got the frame rate control done, we've got the loop, we can quit the game. Reset screen we got. Okay. Okay. So that's on screens. I think we just need to do the import over here. So pygame import pygame UI, which is gonna be nice. Pygame init display set mode. We do set mode, don't we? Set mode is now defined in here. That's fine. UI elements. Right, so we need to define the elements themselves, which also have position, width, height. Oh, wait, no, I'm doing this wrong. I am doing this wrong. Still thinking object oriented. So sprite, icon, background, those are components. Or rather, yeah, those are components of entities. Entities themselves are held in the object. So displayable is useful, these are not. Right, glad I didn't spend that much time thinking about those, to be honest. Let's just comment those out. That's fine. Displayable, text window. Then we can maybe look at other things as well. Yes, this is fine. Okay. Let's add a nice little element. So displayable needs image source, position, and scale. Probably also like, do we want scale or do we want height and width? Actually, yeah, maybe height and width would be better. Oh. Right, that's fine. And rather than displayable, let's call it UI element. And then we can do a subclass. Or rather component. Right, okay, right, hold on. If I could type, that'd be wonderful. Component, not component. Class image. Then we just do a source, so copy. Position. We can have these. Image source we can remove. Then we don't need UI element, that's fine. Because now we've got position and we've got image. Rather, and we've got size for height and width. Position, X, and Y. Right, it's taking me a little bit of getting used to entity component system again, but I'm getting back there. Catching back up. Then this component can be text. Position can be included as well, that's fine. Frame rate we've got, so if I want to create an element, def gonna create an element. So this is esper dot create entity. We're passing the element's position, and we are going to pass in 250, 250. Rather, pause. There should be tuple int. Then we can close those. Then dim tuple int. Set that as a default, that's fine. Image source is fine. Name and body is fine. Right, this is fine. We are slowly tuning things. We're slowly tuning this so that it actually begins to make a degree of sense. So we can actually remove width and height, which is interesting, because we could actually got that in size. That's fun. Let's remove that. Display, which means we need to create an entity with display, with window, and then it's also got size, width, and height. Which needs to be a tuple. No, it's happy. Or it ought to be. Why are you unhappy? Because we've not done anything with this. Pass. Let's just run this and make sure that it still actually shows up with a window that I can still close. It doesn't! Oh, that's fine. Oh, right, it's because I'm on the wrong window, that's fine. Right, we're on the main. Now the window shows, and I can close. Fantastic, right. Gonna close all these, delete those, delete those. Delete that as well. Text position, size, doesn't inherit from anything, so we can go those. Delete those as well. Right, okay. Okay. So now, for our UI element, right, this is where we've been kind of building towards. We want position, which is going to take 2 parameters. We will make it 250, 250. In addition to position, it needs size, which is going to be 250, because why not? Create entity, pass components, size has an unexpected argument, even though it has dim. Why are you unhappy? Oh, right, it's because my nesting is incorrect. This is why it's worth having them spaced out. Although I really wish that components wouldn't pop up there, but that's fine, whatever. So now it's easier to read. We can see that there's a position and a size in this element, and that's all that's necessary. Element handling is fine. We need to now draw elements. The only thing that's dim is me. I highly doubt that, TV. You certainly got something going for you. What that something is, I leave up to you to determine, but there is definitely a something there. Right. So UI.elements. So that creates the entity. But then, element. Yeah. I think we need to do it in here. So this is going to be display update. Yeah, okay. So in display update, handle elements. Oh, is this even necessary? We are prototyping here, and we've only been going for an hour, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress. It doesn't look like it, but it feels like we made a lot of progress conceptually. Because I mean, like, these are just going to be added in there. So UI element.update events. Ah, wait, hold on. This is what worlds exist for, isn't it? Yeah, this is what worlds exist for in thingamajiggy, in Esper. Because I'm thinking, oh, what happens if we have like multiple stuff going on? That's fine. Because we can just got our processors. got our entities. We can add entities in separate world contexts. So there's a default world. And then when switching worlds, they're isolated from each other. Single default world context can often be enough for advanced use cases, such as when different scenes in your game have different entities and processor requirements. This functionality can be quite useful. World context operations are done with the following functions. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But probably something that I need to spend a lot of time working out. Entity component systems are weird. I mean, they're good, but they're weird. Taking a little bit to wrap my head around. I mean, I can do similar just by creating new components. Class, main menu. And then I can just pass. Let's make a couple of them. So there's the main menu, there is visual novel. But then this is fine, yeah. There's visual novel, there's main menu, there's shoe gacha, which may not actually end up being a gacha system, but it's going to be a something, and shoe sales. In which each of these components will be necessary. So if a component's determined for one of them, but not necessarily another, then we just assign it the relevant component, and that's probably fine. Not the most elegant way of doing it, but if it works, it works. And that's honestly what we need right now. So creating an element. I also want to specify that this is going to be a main menu element. So we create an entity with a position, size, and main menu. Which is fine. So that creates the element, sure. Or it's that function creates the element. And then... Sorry, I'm looking at multiple tabs over here. So that's... We have something that holds the element itself. Because the thing is, I kind of don't want to just wrap around everything. There's UI element. UI element. Yeah, it feels like I'm using... Yeah, this is something that I don't think I'm meant to be doing. It feels like I'm using the entity component system as a wrapper just around Pygame and Pygame UI. When I could just use one or the other. Might be overthinking. Still, we are just testing stuff. It's worth doing. This does create the game window that works. Create UI elements. Let's see. Let's try this. So, because I've got this one here. It's display, which has window. Give it a shot. So we've got an element, and we are going to say we'll do LMNT. We might as well just do element. Which by default will be none. And that's fine. So then we do... Then we do elements, and then we just pass yeah, this is kinda not what I want. We've got element update. Yeah, I need to... Yeah, I kind of... The way this is going, I'm going to have to, like, build a whole wrapper around it, and I don't want to have to do that because it's a hassle. So, maybe I do just... Maybe, okay, part of the game can work out the entity component system, but not everything has to work out the element component system. It's not necessarily a golden bullet that works in every single circumstance. And in terms of displayables, I don't think it does. I can use the entity component system to contain information that can be used to create elements, but I can't use it to hold the elements themselves, is what I'm thinking. So from creating a UI element, Yeah, that works quite well. Yeah, I think I'm starting to piece together what I want to do. So for creating a UI element, I want to define a UI element. In which I don't actually need an element component. And that means I don't need to worry about this whole main menu thing either. The element itself just has a position and size. I can use this to just return whatever this is, and that's fine. Okay, right. Right. This is definitely far more complicated than it needs to be. So much more complicated than it needs to be. Oh yeah, wait, pagan display. Display update. Wait, did I forget the flip? I think there's a flip in there as well. Hold on. but that's all other stuff. Yeah, pad game display flip we need. Missed that earlier. Pad game event pump. Internally processed pad game event handlers. Updates portions of the screen for software displays. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're slowly piecing things together, but we are getting there. I'm definitely overthinking things. Definitely overthinking things. I'm gonna... yeah, I'm gonna rethink a lot of this. Which is fine. It's well worth experimenting and trying new things. Ideally not when we're doing something like this, but it's fine. So... that's already in the entity component system, so that's completely fine. It can just run and do its thing, and I don't care. It's just there as an artifact of playing around. That's fine. Screen is already found. That's fine. It's already... in here. Data class, display update processor. The thing is that can run outside as well, which is very nice. Screen... yeah, this is all screen stuff. Window is defined up here. We are going to need a function for get window. We'll just create a little function. We want to go out to here. It's the window itself. Yeah, I'm definitely overthinking things. Got it set to create the window. Return, Esper, create entity, all that jazz, yeah. So now I can remove all of this. Get window. And then we can fill with black, and that's fine. Get window, window. That shadows the name, that's fine. Fine. I think we're definitely overcomplicating things. Ah, my freaking knee. Ah, my knee hurts. Oh dear, this is sore. Yeah, definitely overthinking things. Definitely overthinking things, but it's fine. So, Ow. I'm gonna delete this code. Way overthinking things. This can be lit back up again. That's fine. Window is that. Then it's window.fill is fine here. So mail overthinking things. Name a thing that I've never done, like ever. Never overthought anything in my life. Guess you can't be adventurer anymore? Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, how many adventurers do you know who've got sprained ankles? Seriously, like video games in which like you can take injuries like that, they are way too generous. Like seriously, I of course had nothing better to do while in the taxi getting home earlier on, so I was like Googling how long it takes a sprained ankle to fully heal. I'm like, okay, 0 to 2 weeks you can probably start moving again, but like it might still be a bit sore. 2 weeks to 8 weeks, then you're kind of like starting to get a bit better, and then it's around like, yeah, it's like 2 to 4 weeks you're more or less full movement again, and then like you're usually back to normal like 1 to 2 months later. Like I'm gonna be limping for a while. I'm gonna be limping for a while. This isn't gonna be fun. This is not gonna be fun. Right. Yeah, we don't need the entity component system for all this crap. As fun as it is. So all this stuff can just go, basically. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna... remove, like, all of this? But we're gonna comment it out. We may come back to it. But I'm probably not, to be entirely honest. Right, we need to defend screens. We've got a window already. That's fine. We've got a screen. It's gonna be lovely. So the screen needs to have a... I mean, I suppose, because... Oh no, this is where I start going meta, because the screen itself is going to have a list of entities that are inside it. And then why not use an entity component system to define what entities are inside the screen, and now we've just reinvented an entity component system. So maybe I do need all that stuff from before. Oh, but no, because it's already... Yeah, then it's just wrapped around, so... It's fine. Let's just do some hard coding. It's totally fine. So we will do elements. Which we'll just have a list for. We're just gonna have a list of elements. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gotta run, good luck. Thank you, TV. Thank you for dropping by, as ever. Take care of yourself. Hopefully you've got a good day ahead of you. Hopefully so. And hopefully we actually make some good progress. Something good to show off for tomorrow. Would be nice. Yeah, we're halfway through this stream, roughly. And I want to have a little bit more to show for it. So for adding elements, oh, this needs to be self.elements, which is fine. self dot elements dot append element. Right, that'll work, probably. Update element self. Let's see. Element dot update events. For element in self dot elements. Totally fine. Draw elements. Element dot draw. Need to do that. No, not that. That element dot draw to whatever the screen is. Screen is previously defined as pygame.display set mode. So that's set over here somewhere. Start with a window. Element.draw window for element in self.elements. Cool beans. Feeling pretty good about this, actually. Feeling pretty good about this. So let's define our screens. Or rather, initialize the screens. I think it's the class method, technically, isn't it? Gonna hit it as well. No worries, Nucleus. Again, thank you so much for coming along. You take care. Be good to yourself today. Hopefully we'll catch you again soon. Let's see. So we're going to define... Not the biggest expert on using class methods, to be honest. Convert a function to be a class method. Receives the class as implicit first argument. doing, what's it called? Title screen. I don't know if we're gonna stick with this exact method. Title screen. The other screens were visual novel. Rather, should be screen title. Screen. Visual novel. Screen. Whatever. Screen. So this is gonna be screen. Shoe sale. This is gonna be screen. Shoe. Gotcha. Right. So then we actually need the elements themselves. Got that anyway. Maybe a separate one for... yeah, probably a separate one for other stuff. So close all that. Am I still using all that stuff? I feel like I'm using all that stuff. Never mind. Yeah, let's go for display elements. I'll have a new file for it. So this is going to be UI elements .py UI elements for Fitbox. Totally fine. For Pygame, I do not need to use that with capitals. Pygame. For Pygame UI. What else do I need? Nothing. So, we need to define the UI element. Right. So we just need one element. Pygame UI dot element position 250 250. Can't believe we're only doing this right now, seriously. Width 200, height 50. Cool, we got that. Hello there, Sid. Good to see you, Sid. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are bashing our heads against the brick wall that is trying to figure out how to do anything, to be entirely honest. It's kind of really bad, but still, we deal. Let's see. Let's create a text element, or like a generator for a text element. Or not a generator. Def text element. We need position, content, font size, color. Return pygame UI dot text position content font size color. Lovely. Are you on schedule still? Technically we're slightly ahead of schedule, but like I'm severely, like my major problem is I'm really back stuffing things. So I'm trying to get ahead of where I think I should be. Right now, if I can just pop over to the window that I've got set up. Yeah. So here we've got the progress board. We are currently in prototyping stage, and I've got my deadline for, I want my prototype of everything. So I want my prototype for some of the game systems. I want my prototype for the UI and engine in general. I want that all done by the end of tomorrow. Whether we do get that done by the end of tomorrow, odds are probably not. But this is the breaking ground stage. This is that I want to have touched on a couple different things and we see what happens. That's to be done by end of tomorrow. Music selection I want to do as well. Writing I want done in another 3 days, so that's going to be the next major thing. Full base engine I want to be done by the 9th. I want all my assets found and made by the 11th. Full programming I would ideally like to be done by the 14th. Testing I want to basically dedicate as much of the 15th to testing and problem solving as possible. And then final upload 10 PM on the 15th. We've got things quite spaced out on the understanding that I'm mostly going to be working while on stream. This plan is terrible, I'm definitely going to fall behind, but it's fine, we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with it because I've kind of not given myself any other choice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how this ends up going, to be entirely honest. Like, I want to be a little bit stressed with this. But the good news is, I rolled my ankle this morning. I rolled my ankle this morning, so it looks like I'm going to have a little bit more free time to be able to think about things than if I was, also, working my full-time job as well. So, silver linings. Although, mental note, don't go out of my way to break my ankle, just so I can, spend more time on a game jam. That is not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing here. So, button elements. We're gonna want position, width, height, label, color. Return pygame UI dot button position. Oh. Width, height. Oh, why the hell is that a semicolon? That should not be a semicolon. It should be a nice comma. Lulz, personal injury is death, giving too much of yourself. Yeah, this is true. Listen, I will turn any negative into a silver lining. You cannot keep me down. I am too resilient for that. I'm far too resilient for this. Cannot keep me down. Alrighty, so We've got some text, we've got a button. Animation's gonna be interesting. Animated UI element. Oh, that's so it flows. Oh, that's fun. That's very fun indeed, right? Def. Animation. So we're gonna want to pass an element, and then we're gonna want start position, end position, time, loop. I will make a loop true to begin with. So now we return element dot flow start position, no, start position end position, time, and loop. Alrighty. Okay, more instances of appropriate classes follow the same pattern. Cool. Text input would also be very nice, so let's take a text input. Def input animate ed element. This is going to be input field this is going to be position, width, height, hint. Return iGame UI dot input, not inept. It's like inept, and I am not. Well, okay, I'm not majorly inept. I'm not inept. I'm an invalid. There's a difference. And yet I am not invalid. Width, height, hint. All right. Checkbox I don't think I need. Progress bar would be very nice. Def progress bar. I think we might use a couple of progress bars. That'd be very fun. Position, width, Height. Progress. Max. I mean, that technically don't be doing all this, do I? Definitely wasting time. Yeah, I'm definitely wasting time here. Definitely wasting time here. What am I doing? I mean, it's nice to have these. Text element, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Right, let's just make a nice element. So let's see. Plugin UI dot text. Position is gonna be 400, 200. You need to brace that. Width can be 200. No, it's gotta be text. Or the content. Gotta do a hello world. Font size equals 30. Color is 255, 255, 255. And you know what? Why not? Let's make this moving as well. As events update method for UI elements that need them. That's fine. Text element dot flow. Start position is gonna be 200, 200. End position is gonna be 600, 200. Time is 1000 in milliseconds. Loop is true. I'm just making that a little bit. Okay. So now from UI elements import text element. So let's copy that. importing from screens, or importing UI element, or a UI element. Just do screen, well, we'll do title screen. Is gonna be screens dot screen. Title screen dot add element text element. And then update screens. Let's sarcastic text, please. Screen dot update elements. Where's screen gone? Where has screen gone? It was here. It was here just now. Where's it gone? Also Lennox, thank you for the raid, Lennox. Good to see ya. Hopefully you're doing well. We're making some progress. We're making some progress on the game engine. We're doing some relatively basic stuff, but still we're having fun. Ooh, then events. Ooh, I need to do events, yeah. How did this... How did this happen? Oh, she's in the zone. She is in the zone. She is very in the zone. Very, very tired, so I ended a bit early. Absolutely a good idea. Absolutely a good idea. Get some rest, get some food, get some water. Chill out with some YouTube or something. Whatever you need to do. It's a good thing to do. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm going as long as I have. I've been streaming for 2 hours and I have a very badly sprained ankle. Which is very fun, let me tell you. Right, how did you pass the elements over? You pass them by going... Events is pygame.event.get. That's fine, we can do that. You did some... Oh, actually just games. Thank you so much for the raid. Hugely appreciated. Hopefully you're doing good. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hopefully you're having a good time today. Yeah, for those in the double raids, actually, I am Melanie. I am currently in the middle of a 2-week game jam. I say in the middle. This is stream 3 of a 2-week game jam, at the end of which the game will be released free, and anyone can play it. So if you want to see me suffer, because I'm doing daily streams, and I've also got a sprained ankle, you can come along and watch me suffer. We're just talking about game jams, so here we are. Oh, fantastic! Right, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the raid. Really, really do appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's having a good time here today. And I hope you enjoy your time here for as long as you are. But of course, if you need to get some food, get some water, please do get some needs attended to. Very, very important to do. So let's just replace that with that. That's fine. Prevented events. This is going to be events. That's fine. So we're updating the screens. Then we are drawing the screens. Which will make Draw screens. Got to go, have a nice day. Thank you so much for the raid, actually, Just Games. You enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with the game jam. I will have good luck. Actually, I don't need luck. I have a broken ankle, which means I can dedicate tons of time to it, which is... Well, okay, it's not broken, it's just sprained, but still rather swollen. I can dedicate tons more time to it now. This is great. No, it's not great. I'd much rather I weren't. I hadn't planned for this, but yeah, no, absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your day. They're actually Just Games. Do enjoy the rest of your day. And Lennox, you're doing some Silk Song. Near the end of the game, so the platforming messed me up. It's always right at the end that the platforming gets the worst. Always. We're doing title screen dot draw elements. And we need to pass this to the game window, which is just going to be window, which is fine. Let's give this a try. This should work now. We should see some text. We forgot to clear the screen. Clearing the screen would probably be kind of helpful. Right, okay, yeah. So, yeah, in the draw screens, we're going to have to do the whole, you know, blit. We have to blit it, aren't we? Yeah. So, grab this. There we go. Right, this should work now, right? Yay! We've got some... Wait, you can't see it. Why can't you see it? Why can't you see it? You should still be able to see it. Right now you can see it. Look, I've got moving text. Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. This is so unnecessary. Like, well, okay, it's not that it's unnecessary. This is good. This is good. I've never worked with Pygame UI before. And UI design in general is definitely not my forte. We have a visual. We do. We do. Yeah, no, UI development, front-end stuff, not my forte, so that's one of the many things that we're going to be learning about in this 2 weeks. But it works. It works and it moves, and movement is good. Movement, like, I've noticed this actually. Like, I've done tons of programming streams in the past, like in the last, oh god, it's been 4 years? Have I been streaming for 4 years? I've been streaming for 4 years. I've done tons of programming streams in the past, and I've noticed that the ones that tend to do better is ones where something I'm programming has something moving around on the screen. I think what it does is it keeps people distracted. It's like jingling keys in front of a baby. I mean, to be honest, if I was just looking at a stream where it was literally just text the entire time, I'd probably click off as well, but if there's a little bit of movement, that's usually just enough to keep people going. That's usually enough. Anyway, yes, this is very good. This is very good. I'm very happy with life right about now. So we can define the elements themselves as and when necessary. We can add them to the game. We can add them to certain screens. And then, yeah, we can do this. This is very fun. So I think what I would like to do is set it so that I can have multiple displays at once. So where is... Right, here's the screens. So I think we want to do like a dictionary of screens. So game screens is going to be a dictionary. We are going to have title screen, which is going to be just a screen. It can be any old screen, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, and it's a semicolon to append that, isn't it? No, it's a colon to separate it. Yeah, it's freaking embarrassing myself here. I know web dev a little bit, but it's not quite game UI. I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, like, well, what I'm going for those who have just joined us, I've not corrupted your brains with the concept that I have in mind for the game jam yet. So let's correct that. So very, very briefly, I'm not going to go into all the detail. The plan is we are making a game called Footbox. Second-hand shoes simulator, or rather it was used Shoes Simulator. Used Shoes Simulator is what it's called. This is a game about opening people's lockers at a gym, taking their shoes, selling them for profit, and trying not to lower the opinion that the cute girl at the gym has of you as a result. She also may not or may not think that you have a thing for her feet, considering that one of the pairs of shoes that you end up taking are hers, but it's also for a client who made a special request, so there's a bit of tension going on here as well. Or that's the intention anyway. Whether I can actually go into all that depth on this game remains to be seen. But yeah, it's about stealing shoes and selling them to people who may or may not have strange intentions for said shoes. No one... we've had a couple of interesting responses to it so far, I'm not gonna lie. But still, I like the idea. It's fairly unique. It's doing what it needs to do as far as the game concept is concerned. I will preface it actually, considering I see that some people have dropped out after I mentioned shoes and feet. There's not going to be that much in the way of foot art in this. It's more of a self-aware thing, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. It's more of a self-aware thing than a self-report, okay? I promise. I promise I'm not a foot fetishist. No. Yeah, another little reminder for those who have just came along, actually. The reason why I came up with this idea is because, what was it? It was like a week and a half ago now. My work shoes got stolen, along with my work phone, my work laptop, and a couple of £1,000 worth of equipment. All stolen from my work. And for some reason, yeah, they left my uniform, but they took my shoes. So yeah, I'm accusing them, if I ever find out who they are, of being a foot fetishist. And yeah, I'm channeling that trauma that I'm still trying to process into this game to, you know, just as my little way of kind of getting back at them, but also, yeah, channeling it into something constructive. That sucks. It's not the worst thing in the world. I didn't lose anything personal, fortunately. I didn't lose anything personal. It just led to like a week and a half of like inconvenience at work. And then yeah, sprained my ankle today, so it seems like I've got a real foot theme going on in my life at the moment, so I would really, really appreciate it if I could stop having foot-related things go on in my life. So yeah, but then there is trouble afoot. There is indeed trouble afoot. So yeah, no, we're having a very interesting time right now. Very interesting time indeed. But yes, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. So, that's not what I want to do. We've got 4 screens. We are going to be having the title screen, because of course. We've got the visual novel screen, because there's going to be some like pseudo-visual novel sections. There's going to be a shoe sales section, because you got to be able to sell those shoes somewhere. And we've got the shoe gacha as well, because for those unaware, if you just joined us, 2 years ago I was working on a concept gacha game, actually. I actually got quite far with it. I had the API up and running, I had some basic apps running. It was very, very fun, and then I lost motivation for the project, so now I get to take some of what I've learned and apply it to this as well. So yeah, no, I have tons of interesting projects cooking. That was actually where I started doing UI programming, actually. So yeah, it's been really fun. Let's see, Hyunsu8719, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully enjoying your time here. Hopefully continue to, considering everything. Let's see, so within the main loop, we are going to want to set active screen to game screen's title screen. And then we can leave that just now, that's completely fine. Title screen. We'll just replace this with game screen's title screen. Ace, there we go. Lovely. That's game screen's title screen. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, we want the add element section. No, I want the, there we go. Dot add element text element. Lovely. So then we only want to display. Okay, so for screens and game screens. So screen then is a string. Dot. It's a key. Values. So each one of those is a screen. That's fine. So then we just do screen.update. So we update all screens, but we only draw the current screen. Current, is it current? Oh, active screen, okay. Active screen, lovely. So then the active screen we draw the elements of, and that's completely fine. There will be an opportunity to change the screens, and that's also fine. We're passing events to Pygame, that's kind of also fine. Do we need to do that? Because I mean, I think we're kind of also, I mean, we're doing the events. That's fine. Okay, so let's just run this and make sure that we still have Hello World moving across the screen. Fantastic. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this, seriously. Like at this point, I feel like I actually do have at least a small handle on most, if not all, of the things I'm gonna have to do to get this working. Like, not everything. I'm not gonna be perfect, and this is honestly, like, this is not gonna be the best looking game in the entire world. It's made in 2 weeks, and I am not the most experienced game developer in the entire world, but you gotta start somewhere, and you gotta have some fun when you're doing it, and that's what this is all about. But yeah, oh, also a little reminder actually, yeah, this game I'm going to be releasing on the 16th. Whatever state it's in, it's going to be released on the 16th on itch.io, and it's going to be completely free, and anyone who wants to can play it and see what my crazy little brainchild is. And I think I mentioned already, but I am going to be streaming every single day for the next 2 weeks. Or the rest of the next 2 weeks anyway. Which is going to be, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun actually. I mean, it has been really fun already. I'm having a whale of a time. This has been great, actually. And we're on day 3. I can't even feel my ankle right now. I'm having so much fun. Dear. Okay, right. We've got some of this sorted. We've got a couple of elements in place. I'd really like to be able to, yeah, let's make some buttons. Make a couple of buttons in here. So we've got a couple of text elements. We've got text element flow, that's fine. It's just a basic text element, hello world, that's fine. Let's make another little element. We'll make one, let's see. So we'll make another text element. We'll make this a title card. So for the title card, I can just copy all of this, that's fine. Footbox, love it. So this will be title screen elements. Lovely. We're gonna make it probably like 120 point font. We'll probably change it. Doesn't need to be anything ridiculously exciting right now. We are prototyping. Why did that get commented out? Apparently... That's weird. And then this can be the subtitle. Used shoes simulator, which we will reduce to, I think, like 80 point font. Position, I forget how this works. I'm pretty sure that's X, that's Y, that's the top of the screen. Origins in the top left, because this is a reasonable game engine, it's rather than freaking Kyvie. Which, to be fair, Kyvie wasn't actually bad for... it wasn't bad for what I was doing it for. Like, Kyvie worked surprisingly well for making a gacha game. When it comes to making things that move at all, Kyvie's somewhat problematic. Actually, I'd consider going back to Kyvie. Not if I was doing anything that actually moved around. I'd consider it. Kind of miss it, actually. Let's see, are you keeping track of what to do? I am keeping track of what to do. Hold on. We do have, hold on. Yes, back over here. We do have our progress board. I do need to kind of expand it a little bit, now I think about it. Let's add a couple more elements. We've got prototypes, so this is going to be proto mechanics. Because we've got a couple of game mechanics in prototype, that's fine. Do need to finish them off though, which is fine. We've got proto UI, which is also in prototype. We're doing that actively right now. And kind of what else? I wonder, what else do we need? That's kind of the key ones, I suppose. Yeah, so we're doing the prototype UI and the prototype mechanics, but this is all kind of like under the umbrella of prototypes. I do need to expand this all quite a bit more. But these are the key ones anyway. Kind of proto main loop as well. Although if I keep doing this, we're gonna start getting quite busy very quickly. But still, doesn't matter too much. If my planning is not quite up to snuff, then I will simply do better next time. So that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna disable. Where is it? There's the element that I need to add, so we'll just remove that. Starry-eyed Ava, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully you're having a nice time here. Hopefully life's treating you well at the moment. We are having a lovely bit of time here working on the game jam. It's very, very fun. So I think we're going to start this off around like maybe 150, 150. 150, 150. This is 120 point font, so I'm going to want to move it down to about maybe 300. And that can still be 150, that should be fine. Font size is smaller, color's fine. So we want to... I'm just going to, from UI elements, import all, so that I don't need to worry about that. And then Maybe I should define the screens over here. Yeah, I think I will actually. So from screens... Import screens. From screens, import... do I want to import all? Probably want to import game screens. Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll just move this out. Cut that. Put this in screens. Do I want that in screens or do I want UI elements? Yeah, let's put it here. You've still got screens. But that's fine because that's actually within here, so I can get rid of the screens and that's okay. Thank you. My absolute pleasure. Doing well, sorry to beat your ankle. Oh, I'll survive, don't you worry, but thanks for the concern. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yes, I hope you do enjoy your time here. Let's just import all once again, because we're going to need them. So this creates those. Do we need a little function to get screen? I think a little function. Def. Or suppose... Functions... kind of annoying. I mean, they were in the class methods, weren't they? How do I do this? How do I do this? Get title. Return game screens. Title screen. Get VN. Then get sales. Get gotcha. This is good. Love the music. Thank you very much. It was made for me by a very good friend of mine. And the Game Dev Things. Game Dev Things is very fun. I have been, I mean, did mention shortly ago, it's been on my mind on and off over the years, and I've kind of struggled when it's come to actually, you know, completing a project. So I figure, since my brain only can keep attention on things for a matter of 2 weeks, why not do a 2-week game jam? What could possibly go wrong? So I have to hop by and see what's going on. You're very welcome here, of course. Right, there we are. That's kind of helpful. So that's been defined there. That's fine. Need to do a game jam. Game jams are fun. I mean, I say I've never done one before. This is my first. Get my buns. Game deving. Yeah, get game deving. You should do. It's very fun. Honestly, though, a game jam is really just as much as anything an excuse to have to do something. Like, if you don't make yourself do it, you won't end up doing it, so it's well worth doing. Just make that Ella. No, we'll do a mint. It's fine. Right. We need to assemble our screens here. It's going to be a better way of doing it, but we're going to get started on it here. So we're importing all the UI elements. So let's move the UI elements over to here, just so it's a bit easier to see. Got our title card, got our main card. Really wish I could, you know, compress that. It doesn't matter too much though. So let's see. Get title dot add element title card. Get title. No, not get component. Get title. Add not slash add element. Subtitle card. Lovely. Let's give this a try. How does this look now? Does it work? Oh wait, no, I'm running the wrong function. It's fine. Also running the wrong function. Well done, Mel. So clever. There we go. Look at this madness. Footbox. Use shoes simulator. Oh my goodness me. This is so surreal. Well, anyway, it does look like they're a little bit too far out from each other, so let's go back to UI elements. Change this to the main function, just so it's a bit easier to run when I want it to. Maybe 75 is kind of reasonable. 75, 75. Seriously, for some reason, part of it reminds me of the what's it called? It reminds me of the title for Evangelion. You know, the way it just pops up with that really dramatic text. For some reason, it's given me Evangelion. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll go down to 50. 50, 50. 50. 50 and 120. Let's make this 200. There we go. Okay, this works. This works. This works. Okay. Can I do like side justification? Like, can I have it like left justified or like right justified? Hold on. There's a centered option. There's a position option. It's an anti-aliasing option, which is on by default. Is there no right justify option? That's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Like the position is the XY coordinates. Is that centered? By default, it's not. But there's no way to set what the origin is, which is annoying. Set content. Get content, font size, font family. You can change the font family, that's fun. So we could theoretically center. We can extract the width from it. We can extract the width and then position it based on that. But can we do it all in oneer? Let's make another one just for the sake of it. So I want this to be a New game button is going to be a button, not a button, a button. Let's see, so we want position, we want a label without a capital on it, please. Label, we want the label to be new game. Width and height. We can do a font size. By default, it's 20. Width and height. What does it look like, actually? Because you can change what the border is. You can change what the border radius is. You could just, like, remove it entirely. That's fine. There is an update. There's an option for whether it's hovered or whatever. We can set things, set label. No way to set position, but we can update the position, I think. That's probably fine right this. So I'm gonna actually test whether we can set this otherwise. So let's set this at 400. 400 in the Y. If it's font size 80, then shibbity-dibbity-doo. Considering it just says new game, let's put it at 1200, 1280 rather. And we'll see what this looks like. New game button. Run it, let's see. The new game button is way off to the side. And also doesn't have the attributes that we need it to. How did that... Oh, it's because the position's at 1280. Okay, that's not what we wanted it to be. Probably 1080 then? Right, it's well off, and also it's the wrong size. Is there a way to set the... No, the height and width are not dynamic, which is annoying. Somewhat annoying. We'll maybe make the font size 60. Color's fine for now. So, height... Wait, is it height first or is it width? That's width first, that's fine. Width... Let's make it... I don't know, honestly. Don't know how wide it's going to be. Make it 200, because why not? 180. 180 for now. We can adjust this on the fly. Kind of. Height, let's make it 80. 180 is definitely not going to be wide enough, is it? No, nowhere near wide enough. Need another... How wide is that? That's 180, so yeah, it probably needs to be like 240 or something. 240, which means we need to move the position over, because that's just 200 over. Let's make it 960. and it's just barely wide enough, but it does give us a nice button though. Somewhat. Let's make it a little wider. 240 would be nice. Go for 320 is too wide, isn't it? Nah, 320. We'll do 320. There we go. Lovely. We've got a lovely little button. Oh, this is great. This is really fun, actually. There we go. Now we've got a button. Lovely. Ooh, do we have a? Is there a way to make it clickable? It's got a label. Ooh, we need the button update option. But then the button update has been passed because the way that I've set up the screen, it's got an update element, so it like loops through all elements, and then it can pass updates to them. But then we need to also have stuff going on. If button dot was clicked. If is clicked was clicked. Then okay, I'm going to see if we can actually use it to hop over to a different screen. So where's the element? The element's over here. New game.button. UI elements. Is there no way to set how it works in here? So update. So have I just got to like listen for everything? Maybe check elements. Maybe like a little check elements option in here. Yeah. So we've got an update elements, so we're passing the events. Self. Because that screen is just the screen, so that's fine. But then this is going to be different for every single one, isn't it? Yeah, this is different than things I've worked with before, because normally you set a button and then the button itself has a function attached to it. This doesn't have that. Unless I like subclass pygame UI.button. So let's try that. Class. Let's see. Funky button. I was thinking like, what can I do? Like function button? Funky button. Like if this is one of the lovely things I love about programming. Like if what you're trying to do, If what you're working with doesn't have the functionality you want, give it the functionality. Hi game UI dot button. There we go. And then it's def in itself. Super.init. Let's see if I do self init self. Is there other options for the init? No, it's just in itself. Super in itself. We can just pass things directly through. Then we can also create on no. I'm thinking. Def check. Was clicked. Check was clicked. If if self.was clicked. Let me do this. Okay, am I doing this right? I'll do funky equals none. Then we do self.funky. But as a function. We might need to do a try except here. Right, okay. I think this'll work. If it does, then I will call this stream a roaring success. If it doesn't, well, it'll still be a pretty good stream. So let's see. Let's see. So new game was clicked. So if this is clicked, then it'll run whatever function self.funky is. We are going to initialize this not as one of these. Stop that. Wait, what the hell? What the hell have I done? I've done something. The flip is going on here. Ah, I think it's this going on. Right, that's fine. So this is the one that is fine. It works for now, but I don't want it to inherit to be a Pagan UI button. I want it to be my funky button. And I'm going to change the fact that this is funky button to not have the underscore. Then we are golden. Okay, so now we're using a funky button with all the fun that entails. And then it's going to be funky is going to be how do I do this again? So then we got funky, then this goes to funky none. That's fine. We set this to funky. Cool beans. If funky or rather if self.funky that saves a bit of hassle there. Funky is going to be new game was clicked. Remove that. Why are you complaining? Unexpected arguments. Because you need to be first in line. Right? No? Why are you unhappy? Oh, wrong button. Yeah, why are you unhappy? You should totally be happy. Funky button. Funky button's waiting for funky. Or am I doing something incredibly wrong? I think I'm doing something slightly wrong. I do like it when I do something wrong, because it forces me to learn. Self.button. I've initialized it with a funky. Or do I have to sort this outside? I might have to sort this outside. So now, oh shit, you need to do quite that much. Whatever. Let's do new game button dot funky. Is that? Okay, I think this works. And then new game was clicked. So with that being the case, we want to move to a different screen. Sorry, I didn't realize we were so much of the screen was covered there. So then we want to change active screen. Right, we're getting somewhere very interesting here. So then annoying thing is it's over here, isn't it? Because the active screen's defined over here. The screens are defined elsewhere, so this is gonna be annoying. This is going to be slightly annoying. Unless we define active screen outside of here. Will this work? Am I dumb? I might be slightly dumb. I hate it's never stopped me before. Yep. So set active screen over here. Why are you unhappy, by the way? Is it because there's nothing in check elements? It is. That I can delete because we never ended up using that. So now in UI elements, shit, no, I define this after. So it would need to be over here. Then this is gonna work, is it? I mean, it may, because UI elements gets brought in first. Yeah, new game. Yeah. Don't know if this is gonna work. Active screen. That was the big boom. Yeah. It's treating active screen like it's a local variable when I don't want it to be a local variable. And then I wanted to go UI element screens, then main. I think I need to set... Oh, that's fine actually, because I can set this over here. Okay, this is fine. This is completely fine. We're cooking. We're cooking. So we've got the new game button over here. So what I can do is I can move this over to here, this definition. So for new game was clicked, we want the average active screen to go to shibbity-biddy-biddy-boo. We want it to go to, where is it? Wait, it's in new, no, is it new elements? Oh, it's in this one because of course it's screen. So we want it to go to visual novel. So then we set active screen equals visual novel. Active screen over here is fine. Except this is now treated like a local variable, which I don't want. And I do want to move this now over. Oh. Over to here. And then active screen. Does that work? Maybe global active stream. Okay, so now that's going to be calling this active screen, which is previously set up here. Lovely. So it takes a global variable active screen, then it updates to visual novel, which means we'll be moving to the visual novel screen, which is good. That is very good. So yeah, this is assemble title card, rather title screen. That's fine. So that's what this section does. Then a breaker 2. Assemble VN screen. So get VN dot add element. We are going to want to create an element, which is just going to be a bit of text, which we are going to copy from, where is it? Where's that little moving element? Oh, it's in UI elements, because of course it is. I'm going to copy this. So these are title screen elements. This is going to be VN screen elements. And I might end up breaking these out into different screens as well. That'll probably be helpful, to be entirely honest. So this is going to be VN element. Here on the VN page or screen. Great, so that is literally just going to be telling us that we have entered the screen. That's all that needs to do. Let's see if this works or if I'm completely insane. So, right, this has now appeared, we got it. If I click new game, it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. What am I missing? I'm missing something then. Oh right, I'm not actually doing the listening part. So yeah, the funky buttons do need to actually run their funky effect. Like if it's all well and good if the buttons have funk, if they don't run their funk. So that's only on the buttons. It's going to be part of the update. How does this work? If this works, I'm going to be so happy. Let's check. Just double check what the funky button does again. Exactly how it works. Right. So it's funky button. So I'm thinking. There's probably a much better way of doing this, by the way. For element and how do I get current screen? I wonder. Welcome back, TV. Hopefully all's good with you. Yeah, I need another function. Def get current, or active rather. Yeah, active screen. Don't need anything. Return. Screens. Active screen. Cool. At least I think so. Screens as definition for basic screens in Python. Forgot. Wait. Game screens. Game screens, active screen. Also, can you hear those booms? Those are pretty loud booms. For element in get active screen. Wait a minute. If element. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to tell what a funky button does. This is tricky. We're making some really good progress though. I'm very happy with the day. So we're checking all the elements on the active screen. And for those elements... That's an UI elements. Got our funky button. If element dot funky element dot check was clicked. Right? That should work. And then if it was clicked, then it'll run func. Maybe I don't need this line here actually. Maybe we could just go straight to funky. Because I mean, it's only gonna be able to run if it's funky. So if it's funky, then it'll run. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see if this works. If it does, I'm gonna be. Didn't work. Key error, screen object. Right. Okay. Why is that happening? Oh, right, because it's returning the object itself. What is acting for? For element in the screen. 76. For element and get active screen, that's fine. Get active screen goes up to 47. Return. I mean, that should return the screen itself. An active screen depends on what active screen is, I suppose. Active screen is initially set to instant screens. Active screen is initially set to babbity babbity ba. Oh, that's wrong. Or it should be wrong because we just want to get. We just want to set what that is. So active screen, let's just see what active screen does. So if active screen, yeah, we want to set that to be like that. That's completely fine. Do you have any instances of active screen over here? We do somewhere. And get active screen returns. Yeah, that returns the screen itself. That's fine. Okay, this should work now. It didn't work because screen object is not iterable. Get active screen. Okay, this is fine. Get active screen dot elements. It should work. No. Text object has no attribute funky. So maybe just try do a try. Accept pass. Okay, we're failing again. String object has no attribute draw elements. Active screen.draw elements. Why? That's in the main, that's in 88. 88 is active screen, so it should be get active screen instead. Draw elements. Voila! Voila! Okay, we're not initially crashing, but is it actually working? Right. When I click the new game button, I want to see a little icon that says something to the effect of, you're on the VN page. We're clicking, but it's not working. That's annoying. I'm gonna add a little testy thingy-majiggy. Let's see, where's the draw button? So, get active screen. Get active screen is here. So it should get game screens, whatever. Active screens, visual novel's fine. So, I'm not sure why it's not working. Print. New game. New game over now loading. Now loading, now loading, now loading. Okay, yep, okay, so it's seeing new game. Because it's printing down here. It says down here that there's a new game. We are clicking the new game button, it is printing new game. Active screen is changing, but why is it not running? Let's try F. We'll try an F string. We'll also print out what active screen is. Yep, so it says it should be on visual novel. But for some reason we've not actually changed screens. Despite the fact that I've literally done all the things that says it should change screen. Now, time, performance counter, this is fine. So update for screen update elements events. Window fill, get active screen, draw elements. Yeah, so it should be drawing the elements that are relevant to the active screen. So why is this not working? Right. Clear that print. Let's see what happens over here. Right, okay, so it's only changing it locally, not globally. It's a scope issue. It's a scope issue. That's fine. There's a way to fix scope issues. Scope issues are fine. So where's the one that changes that? So that changes that. Got one that gets what screen it is, but the setter for it should also be over here. So let's go to active screen. Let's see. Update active screen. Screen. Active screen equals screen. Oh wait, no, this is just... I think we need to have a screen yeah, we probably need to have a screen manager. A screen manager will sort this. So yeah, in here, we need to expand this a bit. Yeah, we need a manager. See, this is a lesson that I learned from Kyvie, actually. Because Kyvie used a screen manager. And that's actually kind of handy. So you never thought I'd actually be getting some use out of what I learned from Kyvie, did ya? Did ya? No, we didn't. Right, get title... Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a couple of little changes here, but that should be alright. So, self.activeScreen, self... ActiveScreen. Why is this changing? Oh, right, because I need to just do screen, that's fine. Self... There we go. Then get title, Yeah, so just need to add self dot in here. A couple little changes. Then we just need to add self into each of these brackets. All right. Then so screens equals manager or screen manager, which is fine. So it gets that all hard coded. That's lovely. If screen n self dot game screens dot keys. Just a little bit of checking. So then it's manager. Is it manager? Screens. Screens dot get title. Screens. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold working on me as well, which is not fun. Screens dot get title. Screens dot get VN. Lovely. Okay. What are you concerned about? From screens import. In that case, we just want to import the manager, right? Not manager. From screens, import screens. That's good. So get active screen. I mean, I can always just do get active screen. So this is going to be, oh, not update. We want to set active screen. Just use getters and setters. Def get active screen self return self dot active screen. So now we don't need this function. Where does that appear? Let's get active screen. So this is screens.getActiveScreen. Screen. That's fine. So that's screens.GameScreens.values. Screens.getActiveScreen. That probably went too easy. This isn't gonna work, is it? Yeah, I didn't think so. String object has no attribute elements. Get active screen. Game screens. Right. Is that gonna work or is that gonna cause more problems? Cause more problems. 89. So it's screens.getActiveScreen draw elements. Lovely. But this still isn't working, because of course it's not. Right, is that problem in UI elements? Yeah, funky button, funky, why is it not working? Why is it not changing? Oh yeah, it's a scope issue. Where was the scope issue again? Ah, here we go. New game was clicked. So we want to pass the manager here, and then manager dot set active screen to visual novel. Okay. And then where is this called? New game was clicked. Element check was clicked. Funky, isn't it? No, I moved it out of funky. No, it's here. I don't know how to pass this through is now the problem. Oh god, my foot. I've lost my cushions and my foot has fallen asleep again. Ow. I will be calling the stream soon because I've gone on half an hour longer than expected. Just because I want to get this to work. Am I doing this in an absolutely terrible way? I probably am. Let's see, Python. Oh god, yeah, I can't have my foot. Can't have my foot low. That's bad. Python. Python pass variable to attribute function. There's a better name for it than that, but I usually use a variable for another function in Python. That's not what I want. Pass variables or object variables to a function. Objects in Python are dictionaries. Pass by reference. No. How do I do this? There's a way to do this. I mean, the manager's already there, so what if I do... Hold on. What if I just do... screens? Yeah, that's the screen. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I don't need to jump through all those hoops. This is fine. I can just run new game was clicked. It already looks at screens. It sets the screen to visual novel. This should work, right? I think we're working. I did it! Yes! Oh, hell yes. Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay, I'm very happy with myself right now. We have made some ridiculous progress here. It doesn't seem like it, but we have done a lot of progress. So, let's close this down. Actually, we'll close this down and we'll do a little recap of what we've done, because I have to like end off my notes for today. So what have we actually done today? Set up screens and their manager. Well, set up screens and UI elements. Created manager for screens to track important info. Can move between screens. Okay, I'm super happy with this. I'm super happy with this. So I'm really happy with that. Next time, what do we want to work on? We want prototype layouts. Prototype layouts for each of the main screens. This is fine. This is totally fine. I also want to further prototyping of base mechanics. I want to finish cost calculations. I want to display list of shoes to sell and actually sell them. and run the shoe gacha and display results. Right, okay, I'm super duper happy with what we achieved today. I am so happy with what we achieved today. We've got the foundations of an engine here. I am neglecting some aspects, like music. It's not the biggest priority for me, but one of the things that I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I'm going to be making a point of actually kind of figuring out a little bit more about what sounds that I want to actually be doing. Also, I just realized you can't actually see all the typing that I just did, which is very helpful. Here we go. So yeah, we've done some good work. We've done screens and UI elements, which is huge, to be quite honest. We've gotten used to being able to place and move those and do fun things with them. We will have to do a little bit more work on sprites and what have you, but that is something that we can probably afford to spend a bit more time with later rather than worrying about it right now. We do need to finish prototyping base mechanics, although we do already have them broadly in place. Priorities are going to be the list of shoes for sale, like showing what our inventory is, and running the shoe gacha as well. So yeah, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But I'm feeling really good about this. Like, based on how today's gone, we almost have a minimal viable product already. I do need to stitch things together, but if I can get to broadly a minimal viable product by the end of tomorrow's stream, I'm going to be really happy. Odds are we will end up getting a little bit distracted. Obviously, I don't fully expect that we will be there, but I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. I'm very much looking forward to making a bit more progress on figuring out the writing as well. And honestly, art assets, I'm kind of neglecting just a little bit. Dear, but no, I've had so much fun today. This has been wonderful. Especially considering how rough a start I got off to today. This has been good. I'm not doing too bad after all. But I do need to call the stream here. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. Whether you've been here from the start, you came along partway through, whether you came with some of the raids. Special thank you to the raiders, Chibi Phoenix, Space Captain Linux, and Actually Just Games. Hugely appreciated all of you. Further thank you to new follows. Hold on, I need to confirm the name of one of the new follows because I am an awful person. Where was it? I can't see it. I saw it around here. There we go. Let's see. Hyunsu8719. Thank you so much. And also to Starry-Eyed Ava. I hope you have enjoyed your time here. I hope to see you again at some point. Do not worry about being a stranger. And of course to Valana for 39 months of subscription. Thank you so much, Valana. I really do appreciate it. And to everyone else, whether you've been here from the start, partway through, all that jazz, I really do appreciate it. Thank you, TV. Thank you, Valana. Thank you, Sid, Linux, Darth Vader, everybody who's dropped by. I really, really do appreciate it. This has been so much fun. So yeah, look forward to some more of this tomorrow. It will be same time as today, 7 PM UTC+0, and we'll see how much further we can get with this. But I'm so happy with how this has gone. A little bit of a false start, but we're making those big decisions early, and that's the important thing. We are 3 days in, and it feels like we're already making some huge progress. So I look forward to seeing how much more I can do with it. But yeah. In any case, I'm going to call things here. Until next time, take very good care of yourself, be very good to yourselves, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna go put my feet up. Very literally in this instance. Very literally. Also, for those who might have missed it, we are going to be starting dual streaming tomorrow. I'd hoped to be dual streaming over on YouTube the last 3 streams, but it's just not been working. We finally got over the last hurdle, so look forward to the YouTube as well. If you are following me on the YouTube, please do so. Link will be there somewhere. Who can we raid today? I'm feeling very good today. Feeling very good about dropping a little raid in today. Let's raid... Let's drop a little raid on an Alm, why not? Who's playing Iruta, which is very interesting. Yeah, we'll drop a little raid over there. Once again, thanks so much, folks. Take care, be good to yourselves, and I'll catch you all soon. Matane!